Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? You're doing well. I am. Should I put a little bit more light on, maybe? Light's a little dim here now that I'm slightly further away from the camera than I used to. So let me just go ahead and hold those lights. What should we go like 40%? 40% is probably fine. Ah, that's a little better. There we go. Perfect. Hello, guys. How are you doing? So, today's gonna be not gonna be the first flight with the new setup, but it's gonna be the first stream with the new setup, which I posted a video about today, which I hope you guys have seen because brand new flight setup is always fun. Took me almost a month of, I've had it in like an intermediate state for a while. I was waiting for the keyboard to arrive. Took forever. Watching from South Africa. Wow, we have people from all over the place today. Space Cadet Jimmy's over on Twitch says, I'm alone on Twitch. Yeah, I haven't. Are you guys having issues with Discord as well, or is it just me? My Discord has really been acting up lately, or not lately, but just today. Like right now, I can go into the channels, but whenever I go to a channel where there's some new messages, this says fail to load. I don't know what's going on. It does on both computers. Discord API is down. Great. Well, okay, fair enough. Discord be dead for now at least. I was gonna try to post the live stream on Discord, but obviously, so yeah, didn't work. Great day to pick the Discord mock, isn't it? People are showing up on Twitch now, I can see. Good to see, good to see. Bad timing. Yeah, well, I guess. API outage. Yeah, okay, fair enough. From Hanover. I've been to Hanover. I went to Hanover to hear AC/DC. And I think that must have been in, I want to say 2007 or 2008 or 8. One of those 2 years. They played a concert in Hanover. I was back in high school, and me and some of my, they played concerts in Denmark as well, but it was impossible to get tickets. They were sold out within minutes, and the whole ticket selling site just crashed when the tickets were set up for sale. So we were like, screw it. We bought tickets in Hanover and got someone with a car. And then we road trip to Hanover, watched the concert, and drove back again to get to school the next day. It was a great trip. Wonderful concert. Loved it. Open air and everything. And we have people from München as well. Nice. Okay, now we're getting straight into the Elite questions today here. Do I think Elite will ever implement player-driven economy and stations like EVE to the scale that EVE does it? No, I don't think so. We kind of have ish a player-driven economy in the fleet carriers. You could buy, you could sell stuff there. But I don't think they're gonna further. I mean, I would love to see manufacturing and production lines and all those kind of things, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think so. Unfortunately, it would be cool. I would love to be able to go out and mine and then take all the material, instead of just going and selling it, then take my stuff and fly it into a base somewhere, where I could then further manufacture stuff out of it, and they could then take that stuff and go and sell it, or maybe even build ships or stuff like that. I don't know. It would be cool. But today we're going to be talking about the Alexandria. I have been I've stayed relatively spoiler free. I've been reading up on some of the background history on the Alexandria. We're gonna go through some of it now, but in terms of the actual logs that we're gonna go and look at, I don't know. I did ask in Hello Dave on Monday whether it was worth going out there, and people said, well, there's not that much in terms of puzzles or anything like that to solve. It's not like a trail or breadcrumbs like other events has, but the logs themselves are well worth the trip. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna fly out there. I'm actually pretty close. I'm actually very close. I was heading back from the crystal shards, and it was kind of on the way, so I just stopped by in the area, so we don't have to fly far, which is good. Kind of worth it in my opinion. Yeah, I think at the very least, if people think it's worth it flying 450 light years out there and back, then it should probably be worth spending a little bit of time watching it, so you don't have to fly at all, but just listen or get the logs read out to you. Yeah, material trade between players. We, again, in Odyssey, we can kind of do it. We can do it on foot with people you trust, where you can kind of throw the stuff on the ground and you can trade like that. I've done that a lot with people on Discord in my own community, when everybody was leveling up their suits. Then we would just sometimes meet up 5-6 people on a planet, and we would just trade it between us, saying, "Oh, I need this and this and that, and you need that and this," and we could drop materials around on the floor, and people picked up, and that worked. That worked quite well. So you can do it in Odyssey, but it's not. I mean, apart from it dropping it on the ground, there's no like trade interface, so you can't really trade with someone that you don't trust, because if you drop the materials first, they might just take it and run, right? Can we buy power cells yet, or at least recharge discharged powers? No. So, but what you can do with power cells is you can take those reactivation missions, where you need to go and activate. Then you get one power cell as part of the mission. And you can then just abandon the mission. You will keep the power cell, it was counted as stolen, and you have to pay a fine of 100,000 credits. But you keep the power cell and you can use it for your upgrades. So that is kind of buying it, where you buy it for 100,000 credits each, and you take a little bit of standing hit to the faction you steal it from. So take it from factions where you're running missions for them anyway. When you're fully allied with them, just steal a power regulator or two, you lose a bit of influence, then run a few more missions and you're back up. I'm trying to get elite in exploration. Should I go to Rubico passenger missions or Road to Riches? Definitely Road to Riches. Passenger missions, if you're just looking to go there as quickly as possible. You should be able to buy them silly. Yeah, it kind of is. Or be able to recharge them. I mean, they are. If they were damaged, the power cells, then I could see why you wouldn't be able to recharge them. But if they're not damaged and they're just discharged, I mean, surely they can be recharged again somehow. Anyway. That's why Andrew says, that's why you have your weapons out when you drop it. Fair enough. Yeah, Rubico is great because the... So here's the thing with passenger missions, for those who don't know. There are two types of passenger missions. There are the VIP missions. Those are the ones that will take up a whole cabin regardless of how many people they are. The profit you gain from those counts as exploration rank. Then there are the bulk passenger missions where you spread them out across multiple cabins. That is trade rank you gain from those. So this counts as trade missions rather than exploration, because you just ferry them from one station to another, but with passenger cabins. So I think the first thing I want to do actually is let's go. There's been a patch 10. We recently got that. So I think we want to start, or I want to start, by going and taking a look at the patch note for patch 10. And then we can go and look into the Alexandria afterwards. So let's start by looking at the patch note, and then we'll take it from there, right? let's see if I go there. Then, yes, there we go. Okay. Oh, right. Light goal. What should we say to that today? Should we try 200? We've had some decent luck with up to 200. What do you guys think? We need to set a light goal. $210? Is that because it's the half of 420? Is that why you want 210? $189. It's been suggested. 222. Let's just go. Let's see if I can remember the command. Usually Dongle does this. Is it set? Is it set goal? Nope. There we go. Haha, was a space. We're gonna go with 222. Okay, so business as usual. Doing live streams here. If we get the live stream up to 222 likes, I will be setting up a discount code for you guys on the merch store. So if you are interested in some merchandise, you can go and pick it up on d2eastore.com. Go check out. What is there? There are t-shirts and hoodies and beanies and mugs. Mugs are very popular over there. I have the Remember Your Limpet mug is one of the most popular products over there. And yeah, go check it out. There might be some cool stuff that you like. And if you stick around for the live stream, then when we reach the 222 likes, then I will set up a discount code for 10% off. When is the next 24-hour live stream? Yeah, so problem with 24-hour live streams is I need like 2 or 3 days afterwards to recoup after it. But maybe I'll do something around 100,000. I don't know. No promises, but it's not going to be before then at least. Okay, let's take a look at this patch note here. What do we got? Post Odyssey update have reached double digits. Bruce, that's not something to be proud of. In this round, we see a series of optimizations, improvements, and a large batch of fixes. At the time of this post, servers will go offline approximately 2 hours while update deploys. Yeah, exactly. It's a strange flex. Look at this. The patch was so broken at launch that we need a double-digit number of fixes in order to make it work. And still no console update. I don't get it. Anyway. Next time let's go triple digit. It's not a contest. Let's try next time to see if we can stay in single digit. That would be better, I think. Okay, let's see what we have. Optimizations. What do we have here? Looking at or through glass has been optimized. Cockpit glass has been optimized. Glass shader in general seems to have been worked on. Galaxy system map functionality. We'll have to look at that. Oh, that's okay. It's been optimized. I don't know what that means. Avatar decals. Forward lit VFX. Don't know what that is. Planet fine textures. Ah, okay. So it's the close-up textures when you have the level of detail scaling at distances. So I guess the planet fine textures would be the textures up close. Shadow. See, that's interesting. Emissive rescaling is light sources. Could be fire, lamps, those kind of things. Thing that casts light, basically. But I think there was this Reddit post a while back, not that long ago, where people were discussing the shadows, and they figured out that wasn't that with the shadow? No, that was smoke, wasn't it? Was that smoke? There was something where people figured out if we disable this thing, then the game just runs infinitely better. It seems like smoke took up half of the render time. It was, I don't know. Rendering and issues causing artifacting on the local view in the star system map is fixed. Hold on, have they fixed the Nope. You can kill kinda tilted. It's not much in this system, probably because there's nothing here, but you still kinda can. That's fine, okay. Stability, crash fixes. Crash while entering super cruise, followed by a low wake was fixed. Crash caused by jumping to permanent lock, blah 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 blah. Okay, so jumping into that system crashed the game. Great, that's been fixed. On-foot actions will now update the codex as expected. Yes! Nice. Well done. We needed that. On-foot rank will now display their animation within inbox messages. Oh! Oh, so when you get the ranks for it. Okay, good. Rank animation will no longer display as a lower tier than intended. Aw, disappointed. Imagine reaching elite and then you get harmless rank. Like that would be quite a disappointment, I would say. Okay. What else do we have? Stars will no longer flash brightly in VR. Hey, they're still doing stuff with VR. That's nice to see. Oh yeah, right. The anti-Xeno initiative will be glad for this one. The Astro system will now featuring signal sources. Yeah, I know there's a big roadmap update on Star Citizen. Maybe we'll look into it at the end of the stream. I don't know. Polyporous growth on brain trees can be splattered once again. Oh, Golgotha is gonna love that. Where's Golgotha? He's gonna love that. Issues with teammates navlog. Deposits fragments will no longer get stuck inside asteroids. Oh, yes. Do you know when you're core mining and sometimes you shoot off the surface deposits and the thing spawns inside an asteroid and inside the cluster? That was so annoying because the Olympics will constantly suicide to get to it. They'll try to fly in. Mining is still not very profitable in my opinion. Then you're doing it wrong. Mining can be very profitable. Yeah, I actually first thought this was the crystal shards, but it's not. It's asteroids, so it's in space. But maybe it's the same mechanic that causes them to spawn inside. I don't know. Damage values for... Okay, they keep balancing thermal conduit. It's been balanced so many times. The damage value on thermal conduit has been corrected to scale with the ship heat between 90 and 150%, capped at 160%. Okay. 90 to 150%. Fair enough. AS will spawns at points of interest in multi-crew as expected. Omnipole, yeah, that's the police thing in Elite. Corruption was addressed. Their mission giver will no longer assign illegal missions. That's funny. You go to the police and they give you an illegal mission. Deceased NPC can be scanned once again at offline settlements. I hope they can be scanned at all settlements. Hostile ship will once again appear as such on the radar. Now that's a big one. Why is that on the AI? Is that because it is related to the NPCs? I don't know. It seems more like a UI thing. Because they were still behaving as hostiles, I guess. Anyway. Terminals are no longer obstructed in Shirata Deshra. Planetary landing pads have an added force field effect. Added force field effect? Mining extractors will no longer display flashing black squares. NPC crew members will now retaliate when in defense state. Oh, nice. Edit by Sally. Taking further evidence that this continues to happen since update 10. Okay, so something was fixed, but then it wasn't fixed at all afterwards. Character animation and issues when running with the cutting tool was fixed. Don't run with cutting tool. Don't run with scissors. Although you will. Yeah, okay, they got it. Ships and NPCs, ships and SRVs. SRV help audio will no longer be replicated across crew members. Okay. Deployed vessels will retain their own ship ID as intended. Camera angles for the delivery screen for the Scorpion SRV were adjusted. Detailing issues on the Azure paint job for the on the Asp Explorer was fixed. Gold and black paint job colors were adjusted. Ember paint jobs were adjusted. Midnight black paint jobs were adjusted. Okay, everything was adjusted. Gravity will be re-enabled at Guardian site so that caskets no longer float. A quantum physics issues allowing multiple players to collect the same item was fixed. Aww. Factions. The pirate attack faction state will now... Ooh, hold on. Will now no longer trigger when only criminal factions are present in a star system. That makes sense. If only this, if a system is only but how many only anarchy faction systems are there? I cannot be that many. I actually want to see if there exist any systems with only anarchy factions. Maybe at the like edge of the bubble. Okay, interesting. I'm just thinking like what? Pirates never attack other pirates? I guess that makes no sense, but okay. No, I don't know. No, I guess it's just that. No, I was thinking that maybe because it's legal, so it doesn't count as a negative. I don't know. Temporarily make weapon make weapon commodities legal in. Okay, so they will not make weapons like small arms, those kind of things, legal in other jurisdictions when the owning factions under pirate attack. Causing factions to lose influence to criminal factions. Oh, this is a game changer. For anarchy factions, this is a game changer. So no, hold on. So, if there's an anarchy faction in the system, and a non-anarchy faction is being attacked by murder, and thereby trigger the pirate attack, then that action does not cause the loss of influence. Oh! To criminal factions. Yeah, okay. So anarchy factions are basically now immune to pirate attacks. It seems, right? Because it will no longer cause actions to lose influence to criminal factions. No, so non-anarchy factions cannot lose influence to anarchy factions. So it's a nerf, right? Will now, yeah, okay, it will now cause anarchy factions to lose influence to criminal factions. Oh, right, okay, yeah, okay, I get it now. So non-anarchy factions will now cause those factions will now lose influence, and it will be given over to the anarchy faction. That is actually a big buff. That means if you're an anarchy faction and you won't, this could be interesting for Project Greenfield maybe, because that means if you have an anarchy faction in the system and another faction in the system is under pirate attack, the influence they lose due to that pirate attack will then be moved over to the anarchy faction. So that means now illegal murders, those kind of things in the system, are now actually buffing the anarchy faction in the system, which actually makes sense. Yeah, I know Pestrol have read this already. Criminal factions will no longer experience active security states at the security points. What? Criminal factions will no longer experience active security states, and their security points will log at 0. Okay, I need to get some BGS people in on this. I guess I'm not sure I understand that. Honest settlement controlled by criminal factions will now prefer to export commodities at the usually favorable price that are illegal in other jurisdictions. Their export will return to normal if control changes to other faction types. Okay, so Odyssey settlements will now have markets with illegal stuff. Fair enough. Odyssey settlements that are incorrectly exporting meta alloys will no longer do so. Okay. Incorrectly negative faction consequences when selling salvaged commodities for relatively low value were fixed. Okay. Oh, I think this one is yeah, hold on. The black market station service will now activate when the controlling faction has an active civil unrest state. Okay. Faction consequences from selling commodities are now based on satisfying available demand at the commodity market. Oh, okay. So when you're selling stuff, to the commodity market, it will only have a positive influence for that faction if it is in fact demanded by them. Hey, Mongol, thanks for the raid. Welcome, guys. We now support a faction by buying commodities from it based upon satisfying available supply at the commodity market. That also means that we're going to be able to go in. Something got very BGS heavy. That means we're also going to be able to go in and just buy stuff off a station that they have in supply, and that's going to positively influence the BGS. Okay. When buying and selling, it's generally more positive. When buying and selling, it's generally more positive to a faction to satisfy a high supply and demand, green 3-bar icon, than a low one. Okay, so you get more when there's a high demand or a high supply than you do when it's low. That also makes sense. There's some very interesting BGS things going on. I mean, this alone could almost prompt its own video to explain. When I fully understand it. A crash when selecting the engineer panel from the ship was fixed. A crash causing entering the permalog system again. Deposit fragments were no longer okay. That's the same. Projectiles from remote flag loggers were no longer too bright. A crash during the tutorial was fixed. Oh, that's bad. Oh, Damage values in the thermal, that's the same thing as before, so that's been moved over. And get the same thing with the logs. We hope you enjoy all of these fixes. That's a really good update. I mean, all this BGS stuff is super interesting. And there were some good ones up here as well. And welcome to the game. Crash. Hold on. I don't know if the bunny's got any food. Oh. We'll ask my wife. Okay. Good update. Next one's gonna be fleet carrier interiors. So probably not. I mean, usually it's a month and a half. I thought they were gonna come out earlier with update 10. But given we're at the end of January now, I'll probably say that the next update, 11, which is the fleet carrier one, we're probably gonna see that in March. Early March would be my guess. Okay. Enough about that. Let's go and actually do what we came here to do, and that is talk about the Alexandria. Now, the Alexandria, as you can see here on the wiki page for it, was a Aegis research ship. And basically, there was a flight plan down here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, so they're gonna pick up some Guardian artifacts to analyze the soul vessel, stop to restock tritium and refueled. So basically, I think what happened was that it came under Thargoid attack. And this is all back in June, where we didn't know where exactly it was. And now it has all of a sudden shown up here. And what we're going to do, AB2, what we're going to do now is we're going to go and we're going to take a look at this. I'm just going to see if this is a good ship for it. Daniel 89, off topic, but I've been watching your Adventures of Ranash videos for the first time, and it's awesome. Love your narrative and dedication to the role. Thank you very much. That's some old videos, but that was really fun to make. For those who haven't watched it, a while back, I think there's still a playlist with it. I did some Skyrim videos where I role played as this like Khajiit who had this dream to go out and be able to be Khajiits were natural, like they will often be merchants, right? So Renash had this idea that he wanted to go out and he wanted to learn conjuring magic, because he thought, if I can just conjure up items and then sell them, then there's a huge profit in it. So Renash was really interested in going out. He went out to the Mage College and then and then or thieves. But in Renash was trying to get away from that stigma of Khajiits always being thieves, and he wanted to have a legitimate store where he just conjured up items that he could sell, because well, if things just get those for free, huge profit, right? And then things kind of went south from there. I really had fun with this. I like those kind of things. No, but what I'm looking at was what kind of limit controllers I have on this thing here. I have a collector. I think I'm gonna swap ships. I think I'm gonna take the bubble boss. What does that sound? You guys hear this hissing sound as well? Did something spring a leak? Matthias, thanks a lot. Bunny boss. Are you guys hearing a hissing sound too? Yeah, so you have a bit more there. You don't have a hissing sound. Okay, I'll see if it disappears when we leave the carrier. Because if you don't have it, then it might be either a headset that's dying, or worse, my mixer board might be dying. I would be sad if my mixer board was dying. I have to get a new one. That's expensive. Gotta remember our limpets.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Did I put that in the name of it in the clip holder? Yes, there we are. Okay, let's go. Because it's just the left ear started hissing. Chief says, how do I remove jump lines from the galaxy map? Like your historic jumps where you have bins, or what do you mean? Oh, landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Thomas goes, I want to hiss now. I feel like I'm missing out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Control, signing off.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that hissing sound's gonna get annoying real quick. It is persistent. You just see if it's not a loose connection or something stupid like that. Nope, not there at least. Oh well. Air leak, yeah, it sounds like an air leak.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Can I post an image link to the conflict zone objects looking thing found in some settlements since yesterday? I think it may be blocked, but if Discord is working again, you can try to post it there somewhere. What's the message? Oh, here we go. Okay, let's just go ahead and set up our fire groups. I haven't been in this ship since they did the fire group update, so we are probably gonna need a D scanner and a surface scanner and a group. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, I don't want my mixer board to die. I'm gonna be sad. Where was it again? AB2? I think it said AB2, right? Yeah, AB2. Probably only the headset. I hope it's only the headset. Because it's a lot cheaper to replace a headset than it is to replace my mixer board. So, I have a board sitting here behind one of the monitors. And what it does is it takes audio from my microphone, and it takes audio from the stream PC, it takes audio from the gaming PC, and then everything is rerouted where it needs to be. So audio from the two PCs is routed to my headset, and the audio from the microphone is then routed to both PCs. That means I can use my microphone up here on both PCs at the same time because it's routed in two directions. It's super neat, works quite well, but obviously problem is if the board is dying, then that's no good. Oh, we'll see. might just begin after the stream just to pull cables out of it until the hissing stops, so I can figure out where it's coming from. Hold on, I'm just gonna run a quick test here. Hold on. Because I can actually do something here. If I take this PC here and I mute it. Okay, I still hear hissing. But if I mute this PC here. Now that's interesting. When I mute the streaming PC, the hissing stops. Yeah, the bunnies are noisy in the background, but that's just bunnies being bunnies. No, it's just, so I'm getting, so the noise, yeah, there might be a loose wire somewhere or something that's causing interference at least coming from the stream PC. So the good thing is it's not a signal, it's not like hardware that's well, might be a sound card in the stream PC that's, it doesn't have a dedicated sound card, but I might have to go and just get a dedicated sound card. In my opinion, what's the best way to make credits? At the moment, there's actually a lot of different ways you can make credits. Combat is decent. There's some good passenger missions out in Robigo. Mining makes some decent credits. You have a good amount of options. So, depends really what you like to do. Like, find an activity in the game you think is fun. There's a lot of degraded emissions here. And they're all pretty much the same spot. I wonder if that is it. Because all those degraded emissions in the same spot. It kind of seems like if you look at the distance. Thomas, I do have a spare headset, but the problem is when I click the mute button over on my streaming PC, the hissing disappears. So that indicates that it's coming from that PC and it's not not the headset that's the issue. And are we still? You can see they're all just stacked on top of each other, all those emissions. Whatever could it be? Oh, now they're spreading out a little bit. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a trail of them. It's a whole line of them. Oh, that's cool. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're gonna start out here and we're just gonna fly from one to the other, to next, to next, to next. Yeah, that's oh! Hissing disappeared. Oh, that's a relief. I mean, one thing is, I mean, we have seen damaged megaships before that's been attacked by Thargoids. This thing is ripped to shreds. There was the signal in here in the middle when we got close. Ship audio log. I wonder what scanners we're gonna need for that. Probably the data link scanner. Within 500 meters, probably? Nope. Closer? There we go. Okay, 200 meters. Discovered locks. Okay, so this is the last lock. So we started in the wrong end. So we're gonna have to go to all of them.
Cannot comply.
Oh, right.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right.
Frameshift drive
Wrong button.
charging.
That's stupid.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Did I get anything besides the locks? No, I don't think there's any credits in this. I just think it's just locks. But we're apparently going at this from the... It gotta make sense, like it would come in from the outside and then in, and then slowly break up. Assuming they are in order. Which we technically don't know if they are. I should have brought the one-way trip for this. This would have been beautiful for these kind of things. Then we didn't have to go and get the... go to Super Cruise. More debris. Let's see if we can get some lights here. Seems to be identical. Identical debris. So, was this then lock number 5? Yeah, okay, so they are probably in order.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know what has the kind of firepower to rip a ship in pieces so it's scattered across a ring like that. And head dive into the ring. There we go, got a little closer that time. It seems though just to be the same copy-paste debris field. It would have been fun if they were kind of like big chunks of the ship also. There we go. How big are the debris actually? Can we... like, could I fly through that? Probably not. No. But it's close. Nope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What have you gone and done, Astro? There we go. And now I'm stuck. Yeah, uh-oh. Have to go and poke your head into something and get stuck, right? Use a DPX, yeah. If I were in the, I really wish I would have brought the one-way trip for this. It would have been beautiful for these kind of things, because it's so fast.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Did I scan the data? Yeah, I have 4 logs. 4, 5, and 6. Anyway, while we're just making our way towards the next data port, just a reminder that the like goal today is set at 222 likes. If we get to that, I will be setting up a discount code for you guys on the merch store. You can find the merch store at d2eastore.com. And that should be number 3. Lo and behold, it is. So it must be that one.
Hull
Oops.
integrity compromised. Shields offline. Taking damage.
Oops. Shields on this thing is not great, nor is the hull hit points.
Cannot comply.
No.
Frameshift drive charging.
Usually I can get used to a new setup. Well, apart from randomly flying into stuff, it's going okay.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Shields online.
Better actually pay attention to while we're flying around inside the debris field this time. Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
– 154 likes, so we're getting there. We'll get there, no problem. But after I've been playing with an omnidirectional throttle now for about a month. If you watch the video today, you'll know that the build process has been about a month. But I've been using the omnidirectional for about a month, and it's surprisingly quick. You get used to it, and it begins to feel natural when you fly around. And it's amazing how much extra control you have. You begin to use my strafing around a lot more than I used to. Okay, that should be all of them. Yeah. Okay, let's go and put ourselves a little bit away from this debris and overlooking something nice. Okay, beautiful planet. I don't know if these are voiced or if they are written logs. Let's see. Oh, they are voiced. Nice. Let me just go and make sure we turn off the game volume so that you guys can actually hear this. Game volume is turned on. Great. Okay. Then let me just get chat back here. And let's have a listen to this.
May 28th, 3307. Captain Morales, private log. I guess it's about time for an update, huh? These past few weeks have been rough. After the Thargoid attacks I mentioned last time, the plan was for the Alexandria to leave Delphi and seek refuge in the Sol system. It's about as safe a location as humanity has to offer. Right. Well, the Thargoids followed us to our first waypoint in HIP 16538. The only reason the Alexandria is still intact is due to independent pilots jumping in to protect us. God knows how this war would have panned out without them. To really put the spit shine on things, the Federation banned the Alexandria from entering its space a few days ago. They're convinced that our cargo is attracting the Thargoids. Maybe they're right. I thought the Thargoid curse was nonsense. But something's drawing them like flies around crap. It's no secret that Guardian tech stirs Thargoids up pretty badly. Maybe Aegis should have thought of that before filling my ship's cargo holds with this stuff. A few of my crew have suggested jettisoning the Guardian artifacts. I understand why. They're nervous. But the cargo is critical to Aegis's work. We have to make sure the cargo is dispersed securely via Aegis craft. Not easy to do while there's Thargoids and the civilian population to worry about. Since Sol's off the menu, the Alexandria has been redirected to HIP 30944. It's a practically empty system. We have vessels farming the tritium for the jump, but it's dangerous out there with the Thargoids prowling. I estimate a week before we're ready to move. Anyway, that's it for now. I need to contact Admiral Tanner to discuss the cargo exchange schedule. Hopefully, I'll have some better news next time.
Okay. So pretty standard. This mission is crap. This is of course before it disappeared, right? We are at May 28th and it disappeared back in June. Okay, next one.
Attention all crew. This is Captain Morales. The Alexandria has not arrived in HIP 30944 as planned. Our current location is unknown. All navigational systems have been disabled, and our FSD is offline. Long-range sensors are fried. Communication arrays are down. I'll be honest with you. It looks like the ship has been sabotaged by someone who knew exactly what to do. My guess is we're floating between star systems. Dead space, my grandpa called it. Could be here for a while. What I can tell you is that life support is still running, The emergency power looks stable. We're not going to run out of air or heat anytime soon. Our cargo and stores are intact. There's a lot of work ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm confident that we'll get ourselves home, but it's not going to be easy. I need every one of you calm and focused. Officers will be given a full rundown of tasks in the next hour or so. Do everything you're told as efficiently as possible, and the Alexandria will be up and running before you know it. Stay frosty. Morales out.
Interesting. So if they ended up in dead space, they must. I mean, the only way we know we can you end up there by accident is if you get hyper-addicted. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's quiet in chat as they're listening. My biggest question right now is if they ended up in dead space, why are they here now? Well, the remains of them here now in a planet ring kind of indicates that they crashed into it, but also that they must have made the jump drive work again, because it's not like a planet system just spawns in their head. We will see. Okay, June 3rd. That is the day... Is that the day it disappeared? Vessel stranded in unknown position in interstellar space due to sabotage. Okay. Bit of a spoiler there, but okay, let's see here.
July 3rd, 3307. Captain Morales, private log. It's been a month since the failed hyperspace jump. We're still dead in the water, so to speak. Our technicians are working 16-hour days, but aren't achieving much. Whoever sabotaged us knew everything about the Alexandria's operation. They corrupted our computer and wiped all alternates and backups. Most of our interface panels are useless. I can't even order a hot drink from the damned vending machines anymore. The hardware was crippled as well. Even our shuttles and fighters. Grant assessed the damage and can't work out how the hell it happened. But it happened all right. I'd be impressed if I didn't have 4,000 crew looking to me to get them home. Instead, I want to strangle whoever did this to us. Morales. Where? Port side? Meet me in Docking Bay 1. Vernier says a bunch of heavy freighters just dropped out of hyperspace nearby. Given that we're not broadcasting a signal, they're either the luckiest search party in the galaxy, or they knew exactly where to look.
No, I think he's right. That's not good. Not good. They can't be friendly. This is bad. This is real bad. Okay, let's keep going. This is actually, it's a really good.
This is Captain Morales. We're on the engineering deck of the Alexandria. About 300 of us, roughly. We're all that's left. The unidentified ships hailed us. Claimed a problem with our FSD was detected just before the failed hyperspace jump. Someone called the Witch had arranged the rescue operation and spent a month tracking us down. I reviewed their orders and everything seemed legit. Not that I had much choice. The Alexandria is stranded. We agreed to take the shuttles, and my crew was separated into groups of 100 per shuttle. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, though. I noticed our rescuers were still carrying their weapons. Amel saw him first. Damn it, I can't remember the man's name. He hit the viewport from the outside. Just floated out of the black and bounced off the screen. They must have ejected him out of a shuttle. He won't have been the only one. I gave the order to resist. Not many of us had weapons, but my crew Trust me, we fought hard, but they were better equipped and well trained. I managed to secure a rear guard as we funneled everyone we could to the back of the ship, towards the engineering deck. The main entrance is defensible, and the hatches have been barricaded. Bernier managed to grab a captive, too. I'll get some answers out of them soon. It must be the Guardian artifacts they're after. They're the only items on board valuable enough to kill for... no. Slaughter. For. So many of my crew. We need a plan. And fast.
This is not good. Well, we are definitely identified. They are not friendly. Okay, so this is the 15th. So we are like 12 days after.
July 15th, 3307. Captain Morales, private log. We're still alive, for now. The invaders are long gone, along with the Guardian artifacts and almost all our supplies. The Alexandria's remaining food has been salvaged from vending machines and personal items. The crew are rationing pretty hard, but we'll be lucky to make it over a month. They've left us here to starve. The captive didn't give us much. Just a name, age, rank. Nothing about the organization that hired him. We roughed him up a bit, but he still wouldn't spill. The only interesting thing he said was after I warned him that the amount of Guardian tech his friends were stealing would probably attract Thargoids. The guy smiled and said that was the point all along. Anyway, we've left him tied up. It's obvious we need to get the Alexandria moving again. One of the engineering team, a rookie named Landis, has proposed a method of getting a single jump out of the frame shift drive. I'll admit it sounds more dangerous than I'm comfortable with, but we're out of options. The odds are stacked against us, but we have one more roll of the dice. Maybe.
So, we're almost 2 weeks after. Assuming at this point they took the cargo, left them for dead, basically. Jesus Christ. Okay, well. Guess we gotta figure out how they ended up here now.
This is Morales. We've just activated the FSD fix. In a minute or so, we'll know if it works. It took longer than expected, and we ran out of food 6 days ago. Anything drinkable from the recycling system was finished yesterday morning. The crew is exhausted. Some can barely function. If this is gonna work, it's gonna work now. Whatever happens, I want to state for the record that the crew of the Alexandria have carried out their duties beyond any reasonable expectation of the service they should need to give. Despite the sabotage, the betrayal by our supposed rescuers, the stress of tight rations, the gamble that we're taking now, the crew has done everything asked of them and more. I am proud of the never say die attitude and the dedication shown to the Aegis project. Okay, Landis, start her up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You have to be kidding me. Come on! Just give us a break for once! You know, good, stupid piece of...
Okay, so assuming they made the jump, but oh, that's unfortunate. But they landed in like on collision course with an asteroid ring, and when will it come to console? I'm pretty sure you can go here on console now if you want to. I don't think this is Odyssey exclusive. You can go here to console and listen into this if you want to yourself. Yeah, but Shadow, I thought at first that the FSD wouldn't function, but why are they here then? The only explanation to why they are here, they were stranded in dead space, remember? Maybe the FSD exploded. That's also an option. So, I mean, the only reason they could have been here is if the FSD actually jumped them to a star system. And either it just, I mean, normally it would log on. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? It would log on to the heaviest object. Maybe it logged on to the wrong object. It logged on to a planet and then it ended up here in the rings instead. It could also just have been the FSD that actually exploded. That's another option, Dongle. I mean, we know that that whoever sabotaged the ship, that they know how to sabotage it, and well. So maybe they actually planted a bomb. So if anybody ever were to activate the FSD again, it would detonate and just rip the whole ship to shreds and spread it out across the planetary ring. Yeah, people say they're doing it on console as well. So yeah, you can go here on if you don't have Odyssey. Not Odyssey specific. But okay, so here's my point. If the FSD exploded after the jump, what were the last two lines? Like where he says, "You have to be kidding me. Come on, just give us a break for once. You god stupid piece of..." And then he's gone. That indicates that, in fact, that he managed to speak like almost 2 full sentences probably means that he could see something, or at least some indications. Probably the pre-engineered FSDs are sabotaged as well. Now that would be a twist, wouldn't it? He was talking to the FSD. It could also have been that the ship was just so badly damaged that the FSD jumped but left the ship behind. So basically, like, you have the FSD and then it just says... It jumps without the ship and just rips it to shreds. I mean... But again, so what we're seeing here is maybe not the full ship, but just part of it. The part that makes up the... Like the FSD. I don't know. But we only have these debris fields that we already been looking through a few times, and they seem to all be the same. And there's no. Okay, so there's two explanations here. This debris field could either just be Frontier being lazy and didn't want to actually model the whole ship broken up. So they just took a generic debris field and duplicated it 6 times. That is one option. The other is that this is in fact... Oh, there's a core asteroid down there. Or there was, at least. That this could have been a... only like the FSD area that was then ripped out. The question is, did the FSD... Yeah, so the FSD must have worked, because they were stuck in dead space between star systems. But now they are here, which is not dead space between star systems. So the FSD moved something, whether it moved the whole ship and it then tore apart the ring, or if it only took the FSD with it and the remainder of the ship is still somewhere else in dead space that we're probably never gonna find it. I don't know. Yes, okay, so it's talking about the witch. Is that the same person as Salvation? I think most people seem to think it is. Good point there. Battleman says the logs are there, so it must be part of the ship. So if the logs are here, that probably means it's more than just the FSD area that survived. Or not survived, but that is here, so that made the jump. So what I think happened, and this is just my guess. My guess is that the ship made it here in one piece, and they come out of the jump. And what they're seeing is the ship coming out, heading down towards the rings of a gas giant. And when he sees that through his window, he's like, "Come on, give me a break." And then when he's obviously they get into the ring, the ship get absolutely smashed to pieces, and they're gone. I think that's my theory of what happened at the end. I think the whole ship actually made it here, but they were just super unlucky with the jump, or it was sabotaged to crash them into a ring. Doesn't it take like 5 minutes for a megaship? Yeah, 15 usually for fleet carriers at least. But you could hear things like winding up in the background when in the last log. Like if we listen to it again. You can hear the FSD in the background.
This is Morales. We've just activated the FSD fix.
I don't think we can fast forward, can we?
Or so we'll know if it works. It took longer than
Let's
expected.
listen to this.
We ran out of food 6 days ago.
Especially the last part is interesting.
Anything drinkable from the recycling system was finished yesterday morning. The crew is exhausted. Some can barely function. If this is gonna work, it's gotta work now. Whatever happens, I want to state for the record that the crew of the Alexandria have carried out their duties beyond any reasonable expectation of the service they should need to give. Despite sabotage, the betrayal by our supposed rescuers, the stress of tight rations, the gamble that we're taking now, the crew has done everything asked of them and more. I am proud of the never say die attitude and the dedication shown to the Aegis project.
Here we go.
Okay. Andes, start her up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You have to be kidding me. Come on! Just give us a break for once! You know, good, stupid piece of shit!
Hold on, you could hear them right at the end. It sounded like the sound when something actually jumped. You could hear that the jump failed, but did you hear at the very, very end, you had that sound of, that sounds like when you're getting pulled into a jump tunnel. You hear the jumps, you hear the failing sound, but then you hear the jump all of a sudden there towards the very, very end. Yeah. People think that FSD tore the ship apart. Yeah, so exactly as Night Moon says here, the FSD is charging, then we have the fail sound, and then we have the jump sound. So charging, charging, charging. If you get the countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then the fails, followed by him kicking or punching something, FSD then goes, okay, and must at that point just have ripped itself out of the ship. Either way, it's also, I agree with RJ. Yeah, no. Stream is not frozen. Stream is still here. We're just not doing anything right now other than talking and listening to sounds. We need to, we're almost there. Oh wow, we're getting there close. Right? We are very close now to the like goal, 222. And last report in chat is 195 likes on the live stream right now, meaning we are missing 27 people. Must be 27 people out there who are interested in dropping a like so we can set up that discount code for you guys. Crew of 4,000 lost, indeed. Hold on, now you need to remind me. Didn't Salvation recently figure out a way? Oh, there we go. We made it. Nice. 233. Awesome, guys. So, okay. We're going to come back and talk about Salvation here in a second, because I think I know what's going on. But what should the discount code be today? Let me see some suggestions in chat while I get... No, actually, I shouldn't do that because then I can't see chat. Alexandria, a lot of people are suggesting Alexandria, and I think that will also be a very appropriate discount code today. Let's go ahead and use Alexandria. I'm just gonna go in here. And let me go in here. In here. Discounts. Gonna add a new discount for the live stream. Discount code is going to be Alexandria, and that's going to give you 10% off any order on d2astore.com, and it's going to last until the end of the live stream. So that means when the live stream is over, we'll take down the code. And you can't use it anymore. So you can now go and use Alexandria. I'm going to post it in chat here for you guys so you can see it. There you go. Alexandria, go to d2astore.com if you want yourself merchandise on the cheap with a bit of discount. No, but what? Okay, so back to Salvation here. Salvation. Can we go back and find old Galnet news? Salvation did recently find a way to create these super anti-Thargoid weapons. I still have the Christmas sweater on. Not where I wanted to go. Wasn't those built on Guardian tech? Hold on, superpower plan should be placed Aegis. Have accepted. Oh, alright, Paul, thanks a lot for the super chat. The Alexandria is an excellent example of why Han Solo was never brave enough to work on the hyperdrive himself. Yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna read this one. Can we hear? Is this? The Alliance, Empire, and Federation has accepted the Bauer Corporation. Bauer Corporation is the one making the fleet carriers. Bauer's reports recommending the permanently shutting down Aegis. The independent jury's findings on the organization's failures will result in Aegis being immediately shut down. However, Chief Administrator Carter Armstrong was cautions the full demobilization of staff, ships, and resources might take several months. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Successfully obtains senatorial approval for an increased military budget to allow the Imperial Navy to directly take on the role played by Aegis. Wait, what? Has successfully obtained... Wait, so are they saying that the Empire is going to take over the role of Aegis? So the Imperial Navy, am I reading that right, is directly taking over the role played by Aegis? Fleet Admiral... Okay, okay. So they're gonna continue down the research and weapon development route, and the Federation is making a new naval strike force on its own authority, commissioned investigation into salvation, followed by the Ramtar testimony regarding the nature of the anti-Xeno super weapon that was developed by Salvation. Okay, so there's more stuff here about having Aegis dismantled. Yeah, so okay, so this was when the original report came out. From the Bauer Corporation. Hold on, there's something about Ramtar here. What is this? Following the evidence provided by Ramtar as a witness. Tribunal. Just seeing if there's any... Okay, something about the super weapon again. Chief Military Liaison for... Hold on. Federation Navy Tribunal was called to consider multiple changes, including... Tanner, the Chief Military Liaison to Aegis. To the Hindmine Station. Okay, so they're still trying to figure out about that. We've hold on. We've analyzed the classified experimental equipment that was recently delivered to enable Salvation's superweapon. These components are near identical to devices found at the Prometheus research facility on Temperite sector, whatever. An Athens research team conducted weapon testing using Guardian artifacts from this site, accidentally triggering a radiation. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So the super weapon, the Salvation Super Anti-Thargoid Nuke, basically, is built on Thargoid technology. They know it works. They've tested it. And they wiped out a whole system crawling with Thargoids. In one swoop. Just drop nuke, Thargoids be gone. This is kind of beginning to sound a lot. Do you guys remember the Jameson's crash site? Jameson, the Crash Cobra, right? Jameson's mission was to deliver a super weapon to a Thargoid mothership, which he was originally told would just like it wouldn't kill them, but it would cause them to like I can't remember what the exact word it was, but it would like disable their frameshift drives, essentially, something like that. It would just disable them, it would cripple them, but it wouldn't kill them. He then realized after the weapon was launched that it did in fact kill them, and what he has just done was commit genocide. And it was at that point that his ship control just locked up. He couldn't do anything. It locked on to a planet and crashed itself into it. So his ship was sabotaged. I don't know about you guys, but this sounds vaguely familiar to something. You know, super weapons against Thargoids, and then suddenly the ship was sabotaged, and they crashed into something and blew up into a million pieces. I don't know if it reminds you of something. Maybe something we listened into, like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. So, hold on, how far away is this system? I need to write it down because you can't copy paste from Galtnet in game. So I'm just gonna TRAPEZ sector YU-X C1-2. Okay. So if I need to go to set the sector, and what was it then? YU-X, yeah, space C1-2, right there. How far away is that? It's far, but it's not terrible. It's out in the California, or not California, in Barnard's Loop. What do you guys say? You guys fancy a little field trip? Let's go, guys. Let's go. I could probably fly there faster than... No, not Tiak. Jesus. Probably have to split up the jump in two, but... What's around here? What kind of distance are we at? 632. 5 something. 550. 518. How are we on, like... Are we aiming right now? That's pretty good. Move a little bit that way, a little bit up. Oh, we can go a little further. Can we go there? Oh, that's too far. Okay, we're just gonna go here. Oh, great. This is... Oh, we're Cold 70 sector. Hold on, we need to find a way around Cold 70. Can we go above it? I'm out close to the, Okay, can we jump in here? Yeah, we can. Okay, let's try this. Jesus. You can see where I'm at right now. If you want to, Oh, did I actually schedule it? Okay, I did get a jump out there. I'm not sure, since we're now going not in a straight line. Let's start by going there. Come on. There we go. Okay. Let's go. How many jumps is that? 9 jumps. I can make it there before the carrier. We can go there and watch the carrier arrive if we are a little quick.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, this is exciting. Never been on or seen a carrier take off. Yeah, we gotta start by seeing it arrive at its destination if we actually make it there before it, which we should. Because we have good jump range. Because it often takes 15 minutes. I mean, we're probably gonna be there like 5 minutes before the carrier. Am I happy with the new steelworks on my desk? Yes, it's awesome.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, recap. You can see some people just came back. Here's a quick recap. We went out to watch the or to listen to the log from the Alexandria, which was sabotaged by what we presume is the Salvation. Our best guess is what. So the Alexandria was carrying a lot of Thargoid cargo. Sorry, not Thargoid, Guardian equipment in this cargo hold. And our guess is, the best guess we come up with so far is, we know that the Salvation has been building anti-Xeno super weapons, basically Thargoid nukes. They used it before, wipe out a whole system in one swoop. They probably figured out that Alexandria was carrying so much of this stuff that they could build all the super weapons. So they could build all the Thargoid nukes that they needed. So we were reading up on the history of it, and we were reading up on the old Galnet articles, and there was the Galnet article where the Bauer Corporation, the guy making the fleet carriers, they have been recommending that Aegis would be shut down, yada yada yada. But one of the things they mentioned was they were looking into a site out here close to Barnard Sloop, where it seems to be where those super weapons are manufactured. So we're gonna go and take a look and say hi and see if they will let us in. I doubt it, but I mean, a nuke factory sounds like a fun place to go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We provided, yeah, exactly. I think there were even community goals where independent pilots were delivering the stuff to build that new to Salvation.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
But the thing is, what about Bora Corporation? They have been growing very quickly. So far, they're just building fleet carriers and colonial bridges and those kind of stuff. They're clearly resourceful people with a lot of money on their hands with the number of megaships and stations they're putting out and the speed that they're building it. But I don't see why they would attack. Because they already had the report, people were listening to them, and then see they were in fact shutting down Aegis. So if they wanted to get their hands on it, it would have been a golden opportunity for them while they were shutting it down anyway. So I don't think they have anything to do with it. Still pointing it back towards Salvation, who maybe did that attack because they figured they needed it before. Because if it were delivered into the hands of, well, I don't know, Federation, no, they probably wouldn't, but the Empire maybe. Since they will be continuing the work. So maybe they didn't want it to fall into the hands of the Empire. That could be it. I don't know. Discord's still down, not working for me. Yeah, there have been some Discord issues today. Three more jumps. It's gonna be very interesting to see where the next community goal with the Salvation comes out, or next event. If people are gonna work against them or for them.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Two jumps. How are we doing for time? Landing pad lockdown. Departure in 7 minutes. Plenty of time.
Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, just a quick no, you can make a poll over here on YouTube. So what let's just hold on. Just wanna not crash into a star, then we're gonna make a quick poll over on YouTube because this is actually interesting. There we go. Not crashing into a star. Okay, so here's what I want to know. Assuming there's gonna be a new, let's say it's a community goal or some kind of event, if you get the choice to work with or against Salvation. With or against Salvation. I will work with. I will work against. Hold on, there's gonna be a poll here in a second. Give me a second. Salvation. And I just need to actually be able to spell. There we go. Okay, there's a poll now on YouTube where you can go and you can ask you if there's going to be a community goal where you have the choice to work with or work against salvation. What will you do? With or against? Get your votes in just to see how the community is split right now.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Depends on the community goal reward. Okay, assuming the reward is the same or there is no reward. You don't think the community is split? Well, let me see. So far we have 69 votes, with 48% for working with salvation and 54% will work against it. That is a very, very even split. There we go. 47-53. It's fair enough if you guys don't know enough to make a choice. Remember, this is not a final decision by any means. 90 votes and it's a 49-51. It's almost a dead heat right now. Oh, there seems to be a slight amount of it's bouncing back and forth here as votes come in, but there's a slight amount of people who will work against salvation. But it is almost a dead split down the middle. That is interesting. Oh, I was moving a little bit in salvation's favor. I'll keep the poll up for a little bit so you guys have a chance to go in and vote. Oh, we have the landing pad lockdown. It means we need to begin to look for a signal. Oh, there it is. We already have a signal. That would be a very interesting community goal, because that's gonna be very close. Assuming that there's no rewards. Because if there's like one side gives a good reward and one side gives another reward, that's gonna flip it massively in one favor. Okay, gotta stop us here. Then we're just gonna check the timer. 1 minute and 10 seconds. There we go. Can you refill limpets on your carrier? Yes, if you have the correct modules installed. I believe it's the armory you need. I think you need the armory. Okay, should be somewhere in that direction here in about a minute's time. I don't have a watch on, so that's... yeah, there's a video on the new setup over on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, you can find it's posted today. So it's very recent. Just go and find my latest video on YouTube if you're interested in seeing my new flight setup. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's very dark. Nope, there it is. Coming out into the light. Hello, D3A North Star. Nice of you to be here.
Incoming message.
We'll accept your business after completing an access check. Clearance granted. Directly to your landing pad.
A little bit too much altitude on that.
Landing gear deployed.
It'll probably be fine.
Contact confirmed. Command shutdown. We've got you, Commander.
So, interesting thing is, can we reach the system from here? No. But we're gonna be, look at that line of stars there. Pointing right back at Earth. How convenient. But we're probably gonna have to find something close by that we can actually jump to with the carrier. It's a cooldown like 2 minutes to go. We can plot a new route. Should we just quickly check? Can we actually fly here manually? And how many jumps is it? Just check that. Ah, come on. Route plotting unavailable. That means we still have Cold 70 sector in the way. I'm just gonna bookmark this. This is gonna be my my return route as well. I think instead of trying to navigate around the Cold 70 sector, because my god, that is annoying. What I want to do is to just wait around on the fleet carrier for it to jump, and then we're gonna go on the fleet carrier. And we're gonna find the sector. Maybe we're close to that little nebula there would be nice. Get a good view of that. M70 78 would be nice. I don't think it's locked. No. Like if you go into the Cold 70 sector here, you can see here it says here system requires a permit for this location. But it doesn't do that out here. So we can go into the system. No problem. Okay, I think maybe the timer has passed now. "13 seconds. Why is Call 70 locked? Permit locked. Well, I don't know. I think Frontiers has locked it for future content. What that future content is, well, your guess is as good as mine. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Like, I think that system was clearly 31. Oh, 03, come on. 02. There we go. Can you please explain why the star... Yes. Hold on, let's just start by ending the poll here. End that poll, that's out of the way. Can you please explain why the stars are aligned like this, aka that we can detect directions? But yeah, okay, so let me show you this. Oh, let's get out of this. We have to wait for the fleet carrier jump anyway, so let's go and talk about why. You see this in a lot of nebulas actually. Go back down here and we'll take a look at it again. So you can see here, if you go and look, and this is actually the Orion, right? So we have Orion's nebula here. And if you look at these stars, if I could go in closer. Yeah. So, if you look at this, this is just people who have... The reason we see this, and the reason why this is aligned, this line of stars is aligning straight back to Earth, is because somebody took a picture, very close-up picture of the Orion Nebula, and they used that to kind of measure, to find a lot of stars in the Orion Nebula. But the thing is, the reason why they're in a line here is, first of all, that was probably where the picture was taken. But secondly, it's a lot easier. How do I explain this? Imagine that you're looking at a table. There's the table across, let's say, across a football field or something, right? At the other side of the football field, there's a table. And on that table, there are two bottles. And you're looking at those two bottles through either binoculars or a telescope. It's very easy for you to figure out which bottle is on the left and which bottle is on the right. That's very easy for you to see. But it may not be very easy for you to see which bottle is closer to you and which bottle is further away from you. So, measuring angular distance, like position in the night sky, we can do that with amazing accuracy. But measuring the distance along our line of sight is a lot more difficult. It's the same thing if you're trying to judge the speed of a car. If the car is moving from side to side, according to you, it's easier to kind of judge its speed than if it's moving directly towards you or directly away from you. Kind of the same problem you have when you're detecting stars, right? It's easier to detect the star's location in its in the night sky, but detecting its distance is a lot more difficult. And that's why you see this line of stars, because it's basically inaccuracies. And you can also see it in some of the other nebulas. I think the Eagle Nebula is a good indicator of this as well, because here you can also see stars, and you can also see they're pointing back toward Earth. But notice here how they are set at exactly 1 light year increment bands. So each of these squares right now here is a light year, I think. Is that right? Yeah. So each of these bands right now is a light year. And you can kind of see, even though it's a little skewed. Yeah, don't plot it around to eagle, that's fine. But you can see those little skewed. There's exactly one light year between these bands here. And the reason is that was just how accurate people could measure it. They could only measure it to within 1 light year. So even though this star here might be, how far is this? Like 7,000.6, but it might have been that it was, that's just because of our distance, but if we went to the Sol system, you would probably see this was a whole number of light years away from us. But it might be that it was a 0.2 or 0.3, or maybe it was 0.2 or 0.3 in the other direction. We don't know, because we couldn't measure it accurately enough. That's why they end up in these bands, as we see here. And also because we're seeing all the same type of stars, because they were specifically looking for that type of star, I guess. And they just mapped them. And they mapped this little area of the Eagle Nebula. One can spend hours just, yeah, I love that. Just running around the galaxy map, finding a nebula and say, oh, that's cool. Still think one of my favorite ones is out here somewhere. See if we can find it. Oh, there it is. That thing there, the Bubble Nebula. If you need a good exploration target, I recommend the Bubble Nebula. I mean, it's kind of far out. It's like 7,000 out from the bubble. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe 6 or 5. I can't remember. Like that. We're a little bit far out as well. But it's a decent distance. It's a good distance to go. And it's a wonderful target. So if you still need those 5,000 light years from Sol, like, take the 2 extra thousand and go to the Bubble Nebula. Because look at this. Look how pretty it is. And trust me, when you get here, the systems inside the nebula is not necessarily that pretty. But the systems out here, right on the outside of the rim, there is an amazing view from those. It's one of my favorite places. I go around to all these systems out here on the edge. Like that one there is very close. Looks awesome. So yeah. How are we doing for time here? Lockdown in 5 minutes. Okay, good. Yeah, exactly. Watching the nebula glow closer every time you take a jump is so amazing. You just see it every jump just get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hey, what do you use for your joystick? Also, what do you fly with? I just actually posted a video today showcasing my whole setup as I've been rebuilding it recently, but I'm running... actually, for those who haven't seen it, let's do a little sneak peek here so you guys can see the setup. While we wait for... let me just quickly get there. Give me a second. I'm just gonna get my my camera app. There we go. Get camera app running on the phone as well. Getting all the emails. It's nice. Okay, here we go. If I just go to this camera here, then I can show you guys my new setup. Hey, it's upside down. Great. Oh, here it is. There's Fleet Carrier. And that's where you usually are. But here's my new setup. The way it is. So you can see everything is mounted here on the side. Here's my Constellation Alpha for the rotation sites. Here all the translation sites with the new set extension on. You can sit there. Whoops. With that. And you can sit there and play. And I have this for up and down. Keyboard in here. Whenever we need to get my hand out of the way. Keyboard in there. We need to type anything. control panels, and I really love all those little stickers you can put in. You get like a whole sheet of them, and you can put them in. You can take the caps off and put them underneath the caps. So you can see here, up here, for instance, I have system map, system map, galaxy map, light, night vision. Down here, for instance, here I have targeting wing members and nav locking and those kind of things. And we have chaff, or that heat sinks, shield sill banks. We have silent running, FA off, all that good stuff. Landing gear, like that. Awesome, I love it. If you want to see the process of me building this, then I posted a video about it today. And let me just get chats back so I can see you guys again. But that's a really, really nice setup, and I've really been enjoying flying with it. How much did it approximately all cost? So just the joysticks and the panels and all the desk mounts. So not including the keyboard. I think it was around 1,500 US. But a lot of it was sponsored by Verbal. So I haven't paid up all that myself. Actually, the majority of it is sponsored by Verbal. And I think after I got a little bit more flying hours on the stick with the omnidirectional throttle, I think I will do a kind of a like, so what do I think about it? Like, how is it to fly omnidirectional versus flying with a throttle? So far, I really like it. It takes some getting used to, especially because I've been flying throttle and stick for like 5-6 years now. So going over to a dual stick setup, it takes some getting used to, but it's good. I like it so far. Yeah, exactly. Because you have much more accuracy on your like strafe left to right and your up and down than you do with the normal little thumbsticks. That just means FA off is easier, yeah. Yeah, the control panels are awesome. There's actually a thing I didn't show you here. Let me show you something here that I think is cool. Get this thing back here. You get that. Did I turn it upside down again? No. So you see those lights here? If I turn, look at the 3 lights around your perimeter. If I take this lever here, they switch to green. So now landing gear is up, and now landing gear is down. The other thing is, in Star Citizen, we don't have this in Elite, but in Star Citizen, you can individually control turning modules on and off. So for instance, in Star Citizen, this is main power. We have engines, shields, and weapons. So I can sit here and I can switch those on, and look how the lamps turn green when I power on the modules, which I think is super, super awesome. Just gonna jump back into Elite because we just went into landing pad lockdown here in a second. Get rid of all those notifications. There we go. If it's going to lock me down, we'll see. Guys, I think you forgot a pre-flight check. You have not put the landing pads down. This is gonna be interesting. They should go into d2hstore.com and they should get the pre-flight checklist mock, where you can get a mock with a little pre-flight checklist with all the things you should remember before you undock. I should probably gift that to the captain of this thing. So he remembers to lock the landing pads before he jumps, because I think he's about to jump with the landing pads up. Yeah. All landing pads are still raised. One minute, and we're jumping. Let me get YouTube chat back again. Yeah, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. I think what will happen is we'll probably get teleported into the hangar when it jumps. Or it's going to crash. What do you guys think? Quick, you have 30 seconds, chat. Are we gonna get teleported into the hangar or is it going to crash? Are you safe with the top deck like that? No, not at all.
Attention. Counting down to jump. 5,
No, it lowers us.
2, 1.
What? It jumped without me. Hey! Well, okay, bye-bye. We're still kind of in the fleet carrier. External camera? I don't think it will allow external... No. No external camera right now. So that's what happened. Who sabotaged my ship? Okay, well, okay. I don't know what happened there. And we get instantly teleported up to the surface. Come on. It's 2 jumps. How hard can it be? Are you ready to see the Barnard's loop up close? There it is. Hello. Hold on, we gotta have a proper look at this. Oh. Landing gear is still down. Nice. Alright,
Frameshift drive charging.
let's go.
Four, three, two,
Now I just hope that there's not like a million planets in this system, that is relatively small. But we're just gonna quickly scan the system when we get in, so we can spot it.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
It should be relatively easy to find, unless the system is full of leak carriers.
4, 3, 2, 1.
People asking about the jump range. It's actually, no, it's, where is it? Is it up here? It's down here, right? There it is. We're still carrying a lot of limpets on board, so we have a little bit shorter jump range now. But right now we're at 62. We can go up to 67 if we dump the limpets and the fuel. You can already see we moved out of the galaxy. The center there is much more pronounced. Okay, honk the system and see what we got. 11 bodies. That's not too bad. Did I swap scenes? I don't know if I swapped scene. I wanted to swap scene. Okay, there is 3 fleet carriers in here. That's not too bad. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we can find here. So what I'm looking for is the locations and the features up there. Mainly the locations there. And I'm looking for anything human. Problem is, fleet carriers also show up as human. So that's why I want to see how many fleet carriers were in the system. So water world, nice. And the other one was an ammonia world. It's actually a neat little system. Thargoid Guardian and 2 human signal sources. Let's guess that 1A is probably a good target. Yeah, one of the humans is the fleet carrier right there. So there's 1 human settlement on it because there's 1 fleet carrier around it. We're just gonna map the rest of the system just for good measures.
System scan complete.
Okay, nothing else in system. Let's close down the FSS. That's our target. Yeah, 1A it is. Let's go. It's close. That's nice. Eli got a D3A coffee mug for his birthday. First of all, congratulations, man, and I hope you like it. And shout out to Commander, what is that? Turals, I think, for buying the present for Eli. Awesome. Technical loop. No. Reading chat's loop of shame. Okay, let's see. Gotta get around to the light side of the planet. This is more fun. Oh, you can see the fleet carrier there. It looks like a pretty ordinary moon. It's quite big. 6 probes for a moon is pretty big.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface scan
Go.
complete.
So that's the fleet carrier. There's minor wrecks. There's azimuth something. And there's the stress beacon. Were there like 5 guardian things on the surface? Crashed Darkoid ship. Why doesn't that show up? Ancient ruins. There's all kinds of stuff going on over there. Ancient Ruin 1. Crashed Darkoid ship. And everything is here. Oh, is that the
Orbital flight.
Is that from the event? Have we been here before? Is that event where, like, with the Adamastor? Yeah, okay, now I remember. Okay, I've been here before. This is the event from the Adamastor. Oh, now we're here. We're gonna go and take a look anyway. Hesperus event. Thank you. Yes, you're right. Not the Adamastor. Hesperus. I forgot that was out here. Look at the textures of the mountains there in the background. I think there's some LOD blending that needs to be adjusted a little bit there. Oh no, this is not the site I recall.
Landing gear deployed. Low gravity warning.
I do remember this place now. Yeah, Prometheus. Here we go. Yeah, that was from that event way back. We've been here before. I mean, sure, why not? I don't know why I didn't want to pick that up. Let's see what we get.
Incoming message.
Hey, cracked industrial firmware. Okay. Does Elite support gate-based targeting? I can't remember. I don't necessarily. I haven't. I need an extra cable to route my route the Toby all the way back to the PC, so I don't have to plug it into the keyboard because I don't have USB pass-through when I'm running it wirelessly. So when I'm in the new flight mode, Toby is unfortunately not running, but it will be again when I get like a USB extension cable. That it did come with a USB extension cable, but I'm using that to run one of the joysticks. I stole that from Toby, so now I just need another one. Ah, that's just in time. There we go. I think the way it works in Elite is you always target straight ahead. That means you always target what is closest to the center of the screen. So if you turn your head to look at something, then you can target it, which is not the same as the gaze-based targeting that you have in Star Citizen. In Star Citizen, you can keep your head pointing in one direction, and then I could look at something in one corner of the screen, and then it would target that. And without moving my head, I could turn my eyes and look at something at the other side of the screen, and then target that. So that's gaze-based targeting, and not just head tracking. Use that for targeting. So there's a slight difference. Yeah. Why not check it on foot? Well, we can. Anyone home? Free anaconda. Yeah, you like my sweater? I mean, these planets are cold. This one is actually a pretty nice temperature. Oh, look at that. You can see the temperature at the top of the screen. Look at that. When I'm up here in the sunlight, it's 275 Kelvin, which is, I mean, that's decent. But look what happens as soon as I walk around the corner here and I get outside the sunlight and I get into the shade. There we go. It just drops almost 20 degrees. Back in the sunlight. Does it register through the window? No. Sunlight. No sunlight. Sunlight. No sunlight. That's pretty neat. Nice little attention to detail there. Oh. Whee! Look at him still running. What? So if you just run off a cliff, you will just keep running? What? So if you don't jump, but you just run off. Okay, fair enough. Alright, let's get back. Attention to detail, you say? Well, in some areas there's some attention to detail. How far is it to the crash sites? That's the same area.
Landing gear retracted.
I can call this being decently quick. Yeah, almost 600 meters a second. That means it's gonna take us about 100 seconds to get there, which is about a minute and a half, because we're not quite constant at 600, so we can fly there. Sublight. Is it possible to still get the A6F1 FSD? I assume you mean the pre-engineered size 6 FSD. Only they. I don't think those have been made available through tech brokers. I think it's only the size 5 that's available with the tech broker right now, so the other ones are only given out during community events. Is the way you can log on to Dad's Hope is that you should call that you can map the planets, and if you've been there before, you sold your exploration data, you should be able to just go ahead and find it. Just target log it, so you don't have to do every time, but use a detailed service scanner and map the planet. You know what, I'm just gonna log it in at full speed here. There's no reason I'm sitting here pushing a throttle forward. Disengage autopilot. Let's see what we have. So the crashed Thargoid ship is over there. Yeah, that's a crashed Thargoid, alright. And that is a Guardian structure. Well, should we go and try? I'm going to try something here. I want to go and fight some sentinels with the Scorpion. I haven't tried that yet.
Landing gear deployed.
See if I can find a place that's actually flat enough that we can land. This looks like it's flat enough. There we go. Perfect landing. Is this an orb to open? I don't know.
Low gravity warning.
Oh, we got company.
Under attack. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Well, okay then.
Under attack.
Oh, we're out of power. Come on. It's not exactly accurate, is it?
Target destroyed. Under attack. Target destroyed. Under attack.
Oh, okay. It doesn't. One missile doesn't exactly kill it completely, but it's close. Let's take the rest out there.
Target destroyed.
Hold on. We have someone shooting at our ship.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
Well, This is very effective. Should we just take a quick look around the site here? Probably can't do that in the turret. There it was. So I'm guessing that there's gonna be one of these out here. Maybe not. That's hard to judge. What else do we have here? Is that one there? I don't know. We can just try and turn it on and see what happens. I don't know if this is a... Wow, okay. Wasn't there one more around here? Oh, it's behind us. I think I'm gonna drive from inside here. It's a little bit easier.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
There we go. And there's probably one on the opposite side here. See? That was totally planned.
Under attack. Target destroyed.
That's another one. Should be two more somewhere.
Under attack. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Put some pips into systems, get some shield back. Is that one here? Or is this just a flat rock? Oh. That was not the right type of tower, but nice to know that there's one here if we need it. You know what? I might just pick it up while we are here anyway. Oh, there's one back there as well. No, we're not gonna shoot missiles at it. The odd thing is that these are often symmetrical, the sights. And so far, we got 2 up there. We got 1 there and 1 there. And we got 1 down here. So where's the last one? Far end down here. Like behind that, the altar maybe? It's off to the bottom left or the bottom right. So when I look at the map like this, is it out here? I don't see anything there. Oh, no, that's not it. I think it's 2 in a line. Oh, it's right there. There it is. I have 4 missiles, but there are now 4 sentinels, so... Well, this thing is absolutely just chewing through these things. Like, there's gonna be more in a second. Can we just quickly synthesize? SLV ammo restock. Does that restock missiles too? Ah, okay, they're just separate. Okay.
Weapons rearmed.
Now, I don't know if this is a relic or if this one needs a key. Oh, wow. We are not centered over that thing at all. There. That looks good. Nope. Come on. Stupid camera. There it is. Didn't work. So we do need a key for this one. But they are pretty. It's a really nice shader they made on this one. I like that. So shiny. Driving around in a tank in my Christmas sweater. Okay, let's get back in the ship here. These things are stops, like... Yeah, the accuracy on the scoping cannon is not that good. It's good close range, but you're not going to snipe anything with it. Which is really weird because it has much better range than the dual repeater, but the jitter on it just makes it useless. But yeah, well, that's the way it is. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. Kind of got sidetracked here a bit and got back to some of the old Hesperus events by reading old Galnet news. So got a little sidetracked, but it was always nice to come back out here. I'm going to have some flying to do. I need to get back up to my fleet carrier and then see if I can make my way back towards the bubble again in a reasonable amount of time. But that's from something I'll do off camera. For now, I'm going to call it for today. Really hope you enjoyed it. Do remember that there's still the discount code Alexandria on the Down To Earth Astronomy merchandise store. You can find that at d2astore.com. If you use that code, you're going to get 10% off any order. And I'm going to keep it up 5-10 minutes here after the live stream so you have a chance to go in and fill out your orders if you need to. Then I'll take it down and it will be gone forever. Until we make a new one in the next live stream, of course. But for today, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go down and subscribe to the channel. Give this live stream a like. It always helps. And before we leave, just want to also mention, in case you don't know, I've started a second channel with space and astronomy stuff. So if you're more interested in like real life science and space and astronomy, want some videos about that. I have a video coming out about James Webb soon, where I made a simulation of what the first picture from James Webb will look like. So if you want to see that, then you can jump over to that channel there, and that video will be out in the hopefully not too distant future. But that's good for today. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time. Oh, I forgot to mention, the channel is called Cosmic Curiosity. Should probably mention. If you're interested in that, Cosmic Curiosity, go and Google it, or sorry, YouTube it, and you'll find it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys in space.